Welcome back, family. Okay, collective, soul tribe, associate yourself however you like. Thank you for the likes, the shares, and the subscribes, y'all. Listen here. Investigations are underway. Listen, there are people whose names are getting cleared. There are people whose names are being added to the list because these people had a lot of corruption going on. They were working, okay? Now, I know a lot of people say, I don't like the FBI. We don't like the CIA. We don't like. Listen, there's bad apples everywhere. Y'all know that. Okay? I feel like mm, now the energy I'm getting from this, okay, is that there are a lot of people, y'all, that look, they human too. It don't look. I'm gonna just tell you right now, it doesn't matter what their position is or what their job is, they're human too. You had good people in all areas of, the workforce, FBI, police, investigators, all that. You've had good people everywhere, but then they were also engulfed and surrounded by a lot of darkness, right? The darkness has been outweighing the light for a very long time. Okay. Condolences to somebody's fairy family as well. I saw that. Okay. Like I said, fairies, okay. And I don't know. I'm just getting this energy though that fairies have wakened up. Like the fairies are back. Something about the fairies, wand energy. Okay. Tinkerbell energy. I keep seeing that every time. I don't know. Might resonate, might not. But this is the energy, okay? So thank you so much for tapping in. Yeah, the investigations are underway. Both good and bad energy is in both, meaning good and bad karma, right? Folks that were doing things they had no business doing, yeah. Stuff is coming out. Those that were falsely accused, things are being cleared up. Now, I'm not going to say that they were falsely accused, but there were some people digging for shit, right? People that come out trying to dig for dirt, dig bad shit on people and all that, family. It's like my grandma used to say back in the day, if you dig a hole for somebody, make sure you dig one for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because it's karma, it's gonna come back around, right? So here is the energy, family. So before we continue and get the messages out there, also thank you for the reminder about the Kipper deck, y'all. Yes, I am over here decked up, okay? But I'm grateful because it has everything to do with the delivering of the messages. And as the channel grows, I mean, the new looks, new decks will come out. And I'm grateful for that. Okay. So some of y'all, and a lot, I did start off at Amazon until I knew about Temu. Okay. If y'all are wondering, okay. About the deck. So, it's just about seek and you shall find type energy. I have done some things, a couple of decks on Etsy. Etsy ain't playing on the price stuff. So this deck right here on Etsy, it was pretty expensive. Okay. So, yeah, but it has everything up in there, okay, that people can be dealing with. But nevertheless, this could be a message for someone that is, wanting to tap into their spiritual side, their innate ancestral lineage, okay, staying in their lane type energy, all right. So thank you for being here. Let's tap in. I call upon the divine, my ancestors, angels, and spiritual guides to stand with me and within me as I deliver these messages. Only what serves truth, healing, and understanding for the highest good is welcomed here, and so it is. Ashe. Now, family, only take what resonates with your lives and let the rest ride, okay? Also, somebody was asking me about the prayer at the beginning. I feel like all things that anyone does, God comes first, the Most High, the Divine Creator comes first, universe comes first type energy, okay? Also, yes, I could be of the Oshun, but I just say I'm the messenger, right? And I let the messages come out through me. Okay, I'm not really title struck over here. Okay, but yes, there's investigation energy out here. Okay, hold up. I heard that, spirit. Yeah. Look, I started the shuffle, said start with the true crimes, okay? Why folks is really getting investigated. But yeah, at the bottom of the deck, they're held in concern here with Kipper. Thank you for the reminder about the Kip, right? There's a lot of people in concern. 33 is here, okay? Breaks down to 6. Somebody here could be 33-degree Mason. Somebody out here also could, be being held in high honor right here. A mature man, yeah, that's holding something in great value, okay? This could be a position, okay? There could be a mature man holding a position of great value, okay? It's got a lot of people concerned because there's stuff that is coming out that, were discussed behind closed doors, were discussed in private rooms, conferences and things, rooms you'll never enter in. Okay, I hear that a lot. There were discussions behind rooms you'll never enter in. Now, this is something else, y'all. Why did I just hear this energy? Okay, well, first of all, I read an article pertaining to uh gobble or wobble, right? Something about the president doing a turkey pardon day. Okay, something like that. Okay, I feel like has this energy is now. Uh, Look at the deep dive, take a deep dive into the word pardon. Pardon doesn't always mean groups of people, it can mean individuals, right? But I feel like there's a lot of people that were doing a lot of, scheming and scamming in these private rooms, okay? Because your name was buzzing everywhere, okay? Your name was buzzing everywhere because many of y'all, yeah, now there's a decision that's being made behind a lot of false people. I can't make it up. And a lot of y'all getting good messages here behind it. And the others is getting messages of concern. This is all at the bottom of the deck. Wow, okay. There were a lot of conversations held behind closed doors. Got a lot of people now under judgment, okay, with this adjudication. Okay, decisions are starting to be made behind some of the decisions that these people were making. A lot of these people were false persons. And folks that were being held in high honor, and I mean that you were standing on integrity, you were speaking your truths, you were speaking what you were experiencing. What you experienced was true. Fuck all that. Oops, forget all that. What you experienced was true. Okay, it was your truth, period. That's why when I was reading through these articles, there's so much that I feel like are in alignment with what it was you've been experiencing. You've had people over here, tapping on your lines and shit, doing illegal things, trying, just a lot has been going on, right? But you were held in high honor. I feel like you are getting a message. It could be a phone call, an email, a letter, or something. It could be handwritten, whatever this is. You were getting a message that's coming in here. It could even, this stamp here is official, but it also makes me think of love, okay? Like you moving with your highest self, you keeping everything, even though everything was thrown at you to tear you down and break you down, you still was holding on. These people out here concerned, yeah, they get messages of concern right now because it was like shit. They violated your rights. They did all kind of shit. That was what is that? That's crimes against humanity type energy. Thank you, spirit. Look what flipped over. Yeah, you got people thinking about you. I'm telling you, you got people thinking about you. Folks done took a journey, okay, to see exactly what they had married into. There could be somebody that is taking a journey to come closer to your energy because I feel like you're a very powerful voice in this system of things. You're a very powerful voice in this system of things. Somebody wanted to come and see who broke the mold. Shit. They want to know who broke the mold. Yeah. It's the main female energy out here that broke the mold at the bottom of the deck with their occupation, something that they do for a living that they love to do. 34 breaks down to 7. This could have been somebody that lived in poverty that broke the mold. Okay, so if this is your energy and you feel like you had something to do with this change that's coming in, yeah, it's been your energy ever since you was a child. That was your purpose, was to break the mold. Okay, your purpose was to break the mold. Yeah, you had all the inside knowledge. You had all the inside knowledge through your Akashic records, through your ancestral history that was passed down to you. You had the knowledge, you had the insight, you had the ability, family, to like tap into what was really going on within this system of things. I just heard hop into that. Hold up. There's something I was told, yeah. Oh, that's exactly what you did, family. Spirit said, dive into the meaning of you broke the mold, right? Yeah, you put an end to the restrictive pattern of events or behaviors by doing things in a markedly different way. So, like, you broke the mold doing something way different than anybody ever saw you doing. So this is giving me the energy, like, those ears that you were running to and no one was listening, right, on the ground. This is what I'm hearing, on the ground. Okay, something about you broke the mold and got the message out. I feel like this is what you are being divinely guided, driven to do. You could be a platform person. Look, I promise you, you broke the mold. You had the inside scoop. Your Akashic record had the inside scoop to all the lies that was being told. You broke the mold. And that was always inside of you. And these people always wanted you to look at yourself as being something that wasn't worthy enough or didn't have the power. It wasn't that you weren't worthy. You were always worthy, but you didn't have the power, right? They wanted to keep you in the illusion of you being, weak, powerless. And that was not your energy. Then we got tunnels out here. Tell me why tunnels came out. You may have worked in some sort of tunnels. Okay, something about these tunnels with this money. You might have some knowledge on that too. You might have some knowledge on the lies behind some tunnels that could be transporting money. They using tunnels to transport money. I don't know, family. That just came out, so you're going to have to, you know what I'm saying? Make it make sense, but you might know something about that. Mm. Tell me more about that. Yeah, like people may travel. Listen, there could be some lies behind some tunnels and what they moving through these tunnels. It could be like physical money or assets or something. As people have traveled to go to these tunnels, look for these money tunnels or something. Take that how it resonates, family, because that's all I can give you on that. Okay? But there's a lot behind these man-made disasters. Like, there's a lot that's getting ready to come out. There were lies behind the money, the man-made disasters, these tunnels where people were traveling to. Yeah, they trying to cover up all this now. This is now trying to be, this inside is now they trying to cover it up. Yeah, you the gift that broke the mold. These folks is in regret right now. I promise you. They're in regret because you're the gift that broke the mold. I heard that spirit. Ooh, I heard that spirit said line it up. They're concerned about you being tapped into your Akashic records and the conversations that they were trying to have in these private rooms that they were trying to cover up. All these lies and deceit and manipulation. They in regret right now because it has a lot to do with you being the gift someone held in high honor. You know a lot about possibly, the way they move things through tunnels. These tunnels could be making these people money, okay? There are people finding out about man-made disasters and shit and what really took place and how people could be involved with, some sort of travel, okay? Ooh, wait. Somebody could have traveled to also see you, Spirit just said. I don't know if somebody has been watching you, monitoring you or something like that, but I don't know. You are some kind of a special child or something. Look, you a child that holds a lot of love and secrets. Damn. And the secrets you hold, whatever this is, secrets and energies, you alive holding them. And there's a masculine energy here that is tied to the devil. Lord have mercy. And you may hold the secrets to who that is. Lord have mercy. There was a lot of legal proceedings behind greed, and something went down in a wooded area. Damn. Look, you may know about who this man is that has ties straight up with the devil. Listen. Mm, mm. This person could have been trying to get you off ever since you was born. And it had a lot to do with some sort of money and greed that they was offered. Maybe maybe it was to let them off of some legal proceeding, and there's something that was going down in a wooded area, honey. Whatever that energy is. Mm. This man had been doing a lot for this energy here. Tell me? Yep. Now they feel trapped. Somebody's feeling trapped because something happened here, family. Listen, somebody made a deal with the devil and it went wrong. Went wrong. You may even know who I just heard the Antichrist is. Lord have mercy. I don't know. Y'all may even know who the Antichrist is. Ooh wee. This male was going through some sort of legal proceedings that had him trapped. They was offered, this man could have been offered some money or something. Some sort of greed here, or he knew something about the greed, or this is all this energy, period. This is a masculine devil, okay, who puts people through legal proceedings. I don't know, keeps them trapped behind greed. Some could even be tied to wooded areas. Shit, I heard, wow, that's crazy. These people were tied to jealousy, perversion, or what else was that? Good Lord, jealousy, perversion, having meetings. Good Lord, there's a lot coming out about with this investigation here. These folks they could have been meeting with people. A lot of these people were tied to like perversion. They feeling trapped. There's a lot of jealous people out here too that were greedy. All this is coming out. Yeah, you broke the mold, and that was your purpose. Ever since you were a child, that's what you were here for, was to break the mold. Yeah, folks want to run away now. Boy, too much coming out. Man-made disasters and some more shit. And it was all behind money and greed. Folks are feeling trapped right now. You broke the mold. That's all I could guess. They may be coming up on, remains and shit with this dismemberment. I'm telling y'all, keep your head on a swivel and be ready to trip. Okay, because I mean, you got folks out here upset. Yeah, you know. Good Lord. There's crimes involving boats and shit. People, there's a lot of stuff coming out. People, that came up off missing. There's a crime involving a boat here. Something there. Something's about to come out about that. Other crimes are gonna guess how people have lost spouses and partner due to some shit. Yeah, people done lost their homes. Look, there's all kind of shit about to come out. Mm. All right, family. So, that's the message. That's the energy. I'm telling you. Wow. Yeah, look who was guiding these people. Cult-like energies. Okay. So I'm gonna leave that message here for y'all. Take it how it resonates, but I feel like, yeah, you broke the mold, okay? You broke the mold, all right? So, yeah, family, thank you for the likes, the shares, the subscribes. Thank you for tapping in. I am truly grateful for each and every one of you. Let's close out. I release the weight of the matrix and its betrayal and deception. I stand rooted and grounded in my truth. I am whole, I am becoming, and so it is. Ashe. And until next time, you have a magnificent day. Ashe.